your destiny. Flawless victory. Get over. Choose your destiny. Flawless victory. Fight! Excellent. Cyrax, Sector, Smoke, Montaro, Jade, Kitana, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Sonya, Jax, Melina, Johnny Cage, Raiden, Kung Lao, Reptile, Come on. Silhouette, Ermac, Shiva, Rain, Psylocke, Shao Kahn.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another weekly event brought to you by CSO Esports. Today we've got the contender number 12, and joining me is the lovely GX Alpha. GX, what's happening?
Hi, hello. 8-player bracket today. Think you can't see it on screen, but I promise it's 8 players. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, quite a couple
as
familiar
always,
names. So,
contender. I don't think there was a stream in the. We streamed that in the past, like past month. Well, I don't think we did,
no, I don't think so.
but
But good to be back.
yeah, might happen on an irregular basis from time to time. And today we have it. The contender, of course, being our MMR Cup tournament at 4400 MMR, if I'm not mistaken. 4500. I was mistaken.
Yeah, it's pretty much diamond and below. So,
Yeah.
yeah, something good. Something for the metal leagues to sort of aim up to, so the diamond players also don't get stomped by the masters and everyone. It's sort of like a more fair um, tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for
Yeah, I think the MMR border leaves like at some point Masters players can join there. I'm not completely sure how the MMR is distributed. But yeah,
yeah, I mean,
are we live?
yeah, just waiting for players to
I
finish
haven't
off
checked.
their vetoes, and we should be getting a lobby link pretty soon.
Stupid or kind of fun this stream. Oh yeah, we're live. Great.
Yes, I mean, the players are just confirming that Beckett is no longer a part of the um,
Tournament bracket.
tournament bracket.
Oh, the map pool.
Yeah, just to make sure that the vetoes go as smooth as possibly.
I'm not sure who at Blizzard was ranked there.
Yeah.
While doing that, I mean, 8 maps in the pool sounds fun, but you can reinvent the veto process.
Yeah, I mean, someone's obviously
So
messed up there, so.
yeah, Beckett wasn't supposed to be in there, so we removed it from the tournament map pool as well, just like ESL does.
Yeah, I mean, we've got our first matches getting set up here. We've got two diamond players to kick us off, so.
11 from Risen from the Ashes. I believe it's a Zerg player. Versus CSO J Priest. CSO's J Priest. Um,
Yeah, I mean, the
so we're gonna
MMRs.
have a ZVZ on our hands.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. And the MMRs are actually really close, so. I mean, it's Diamond 3, Diamond 2, but the MMRs within 100 of each other, so. Um, yeah, I think we're going to have a really close game on our hands as soon as we're ready to kick them off.
Yeah.
While we're waiting, let's just say I'm not too sure what the in-chat code is. You might know, GX, to take us to the Matcherino.
That would be exclamation mark P, I believe. I'm not 100% sure it's set up. Let me check.
But that'll take you to the Matcherino page where...
Yeah, it isn't, so I'll just manually send the link into the chat.
And yeah,
And then you can go there, log in, add a few cents to the prize pool. Everyone counts. Oh,
yep.
bloody 2F8, which...
And looks like we're ready to kick this one off. Players are readying up. Yep, and so the countdown begins. Really looking forward to this. I mean, now kick it off with the ZVZ. Yesterday in the CSO Cup, I think we only got to cast one Zerg player. The rest was TVP. So it's good to see some Zergs here. Hopefully they make it through. Get a couple of the longer games.
Yep. Oh, in Curious Minds. I think that's the first time I've seen that map. Haven't yet played on the new pool.
Me too.
That reminds me of another map that we've had in the pool in the past. Not sure what it's called. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's introduce the players in the bottom right. For Risen from the Ashes, it's 11. Wait, no.
Yep.
Is that the correct clan? Yes, it is.
And in the top left hand side, playing for Team CSO, Blue Zerg Drones, it's J Priest. I like this, both players going pool first. Neither looking to get caught out by anything, so nice to see them be a little bit safe.
There's also a chance that they know each other,
Yeah.
perhaps from other tournaments. Meeting each other on the ladder isn't that usual in the non-masters and the buff leagues.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I do like the skin here for 11. These drones look pretty cool with their little mohawks and everything. Both players firing up 6 lings immediately. Looks like 11's going to go down for a hatchery. Well, J Priest's opted to go queen first, so
Yep.
slight little deviation there, and I think 11 feels pretty confident. He's got the lings out to defend, so
And your priest is going full ham on the lings. I'm not sure if 11 has started up some more.
11 should be up to 10 lings now, yeah, so
Actually, they're on equal amounts. And J Priest also goes for the hedge now.
I think he's scouted that these
No?
lings are coming across the map, so he's decided he's gonna cancel that. Throw down a spine crawler and an evo chamber just to block off that mineral line. As he sends his lings of his own up to deny this natural expansion, and
And there isn't really anything for 11 here to defend except these 2 lings, because the other lings of 11 are on the other side of the map, decide not to fully commit in. I'm not sure if they're running across the map back home. He
Yeah.
did pull the drones.
yeah, drones have been pulled, and I think J Priest wins that fight there, but
Yeah, but that essentially is defended by 11.
yeah, I mean a lot of lost mining time there, but 11 is up a base. He's now got that.
Yeah, the J Priest just built another 12 links, so he's not planning to stop.
Yeah,
Having that base not started? That started now. Maybe that was an overreaction, was the 12 links. Thought he was gonna go all in on there now.
Yeah, I mean, the game seems to be calming down a little bit. Both players, with this defensive spine crawler, J Priest's natural expansion is really so far behind that of 11. I'd like to see 11 just drone up now. And
Yeah, he can macro out of that. Well, it should be
yeah, I mean,
pretty easily because J Priest even supply blocked. Losing an overload, I assume.
yeah, I think the queen here in the natural base of 11 picks off that overlord. J Priest pushing forward with these links, not going to find too much, but yeah, 11 setting up for a decent position. He's definitely going to stop any sort of aggression out of J Priest, and J Priest is just going to head off home, wait for his natural expansion to finish up, and 11 with a slight worker advantage. It's going to be 5 workers ahead. It's starting to
No,
saturate.
that's actually pretty big. I mean, J Priest is droning behind that. And 11 doesn't have any drones in production right now.
Yeah, I mean, 11 did want to go for a third base here. J-Priest able to force that drone to make an extractor. The clean up, and
But
11's
only for so long.
yeah, 11's going to clean that up and start his third base. So
Yeah, that's a big advantage.
J-Priest now ahead in workers. He's still droning up quite confidently behind us. He sees the third base of the 11 go down, so he knows there's not going to be too much coming across the map.
Although I'd argue that an earlier third base might be more important.
Yeah.
11 we're looking for the longer game.
Both players going for baneling nests in this game. J-Priest is quite a bit behind that of 11, but his ling speed is going to finish up about 20 seconds before that of 11, so both players just zigzagging with who's ahead when. Some defensive banelings here on the side of 11, and J-Priest is going to see them morphing. Yeah, a couple detonates on individual lings there, and J-Priest is actually going to get some lings up here into the main base, and he's going to get a pretty good scout of what 11's looking to do.
Yeah, I mean, nothing too surprising.
11 fires up 9 drones, 13 drones now. Wow.
Yeah. With that third base being finished, he has so much lava. That's why I said it's probably more important
To get the third
the
base
third
up.
base.
Yeah. I'd actually
As we're seeing in the work accounts, 11 is now confidently ahead.
yeah, I mean
A little bit late on his road run, but
yeah, I actually would have liked 11 to push up the ramp at the 9 o'clock position, and
he now tries to go into the natural though.
yeah.
Banelings coming behind this, take out a good chunk of lings,
Yeah.
and then the queen stands strong for now.
Queen doing a really good job at holding that wall, and yeah, 2 lings get in. Queen's gonna block the door again. J-Priest's gonna put
And
down
the
a
rest of the
spawn portal.
banelings not really doing anything now with the roaches on the production.
Yeah, I mean
That should be safe for now. Obviously that third base is so vulnerable. Does 11 know about the third base?
no, he doesn't. That's what I was gonna say.
I mean, he
Or
sees
is
the creep now.
Yeah, but yeah, J-Priest, I think, is just gonna have to sacrifice the space. There's only one baneling here in this army, so at least gets a really good baneling connection. There we go, some good target fire, but it's not gonna be enough to keep the space alive.
There's really no way. That's a good pickup for 11, who's comfortably on the 3 bases.
Yeah, he's up
I'm
20
not sure
workers at the
he-
moment. Wow.
Yep. He hasn't even fully saturated that one base.
Yeah.
But given the disadvantage, I believe J-Priest might not have either. Oh,
Yeah, 11 doing a really good job of putting J-Priest back down to 2 bases there. Putting the
And
pressure
now-
on that J-Priest wasn't able to use his third hatch, but it's good to deny that third hatch. Now J-Priest is looking to get some good economic damage here. And yeah,
those are some nice little pickups.
yeah,
Gets
6.
most of the links out of there.
Yep.
Some lost mining time as well for 11.
Yeah, 11 firing up 11 drones. Wow, he's really looking to get really quite far ahead in terms of the economy. This overlord that's just positioned over here is actually going to let 11 know when that third base is up and running again, and yeah, 11 setting up for a little bit of a run by here with some roaches and some banelings. J-Priest has good overlord placement, so he knows this is coming.
Can he do something against it? Immediately cancelling the third base again.
Yeah.
This hurts so much.
There is a run bar going on the other side of the map here for J-Priest. He's looking to do some damage of his own. He's going to start to get into these drones, and I wonder how many workers are going to fall down.
He's not really reacting now. Drones turning around to fight, some roaches.
Yep.
Not too many drones considering how many 11 has made and is continuing
Oh,
to make.
J Priest with a really good hold at the top of the ramp. They're morphing in a couple Ravagers. But 11 pretty much cementing his lead at the moment, keeping J Priest back on two bases and up 22 workers. Wow. Have a look at the upgrades. Yeah. Missile attack is done. And 11's going to be the first one to head into +2 missile attacks with roach speed on the way. Neither player opting to go for carapace upgrades. So,
Yeah, they're both lacking gas to basically do anything.
yeah, nice pick off
They
there.
have a nice little mineral bank, both of them, but... Oh, 11 now was moose commanding up the ramp a little.
He's in a really good position. He's taking such a good trade here. Lots of low HP roaches there.
And Jeffrey's trying to hold on there and is able to. But once again, 11 on 3 bases.
There we go.
Only now puts back his workers
Yeah.
into the gas. That's the reason why he has so many minerals. But with that roach speed finishing up, that is such a big difference.
Yeah, that's going to make such a huge difference to this fight. And I think as soon as the roach speed kicks in, you'll see the mobility of 11's army just increase so much more.
He can outrun... 11 can outrun him.
Yeah, I like the fact that 11's going up to 4th base here. J Priest sees that, but
There's nothing really he can do against it.
yeah.
I mean, he needs all his army to hold on to his natural.
Yeah.
Those changelings didn't work, but now it's 11 once again. I think he could wait a few seconds more till he gets +2. Obviously he doesn't know that his opponent has only just started speed and
Yep.
didn't even start +2.
That's a good concave here and really good splits here by 11. J Priest's going to try and push forward, but you see the roach speed there actually makes a difference with 11 being
Yeah,
able to back
and
up.
it doesn't even matter that he didn't have +2. 11 takes an easy game number 1.
Yeah, 11 did a really good job there of keeping J Priest pinned back on 2 bases and yeah, just firing up workers whenever he got the opportunity. Nicely done.
Yeah. As we go into a second map on the new map pool. Pride of Altaris. Also haven't seen that one yet.
I saw it yesterday. I said it sort of gives me a Giganath romanticide vibes with the tile patterns. You'll see the colors pretty similar to
Alright.
yeah the romanticide yellow with the Giganath grass, and the layout's pretty similar. But it's a pretty good map. I think there's 9 bases per side, so I think as we see more and more of this map, what we'll get is a lot longer games.
Oh yeah, it definitely looks very big.
I think it's 9, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 9 bases aside, and there's also a gold base mixed in there. So
That's quite a few.
yeah. Well, let me start off by introducing our first player. In the top left-hand side of Pride of Altaris, the red Zerg drones up 1-0 in the series. It's 11.
His opponent in the bottom right playing for CSO in the blue Zergs. It is J Priest.
Yeah, I mean both players going 16 hatch, so opening up pretty standard. Yeah,
No
I think this is
cheesy.
this is one of those maps. I think it's 4-tiered. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it is 4-tiered. All the way from the grass being the base tier, There's one ramp here, another ramp here, and a third ramp coming up into the main. So it's a four-tiered map, so lots of high ground in this Pride of Altaris.
That's cool. I mean, this is the typical ZVZ beginning. Nothing too special. Boots and Hedge is gonna finish. Second, and
yeah, I really like this this map. The layout is definitely going to give us some longer games as people get used to it, and as you said, the build order is pretty much mirrored at the moment. Both players opting to go for a completely standard opener, and we'll see where the deviation comes in. I mean, I do expect both players to go Banelings again, but with these ramps leading up into the natural.
yeah, I mean, there's so many ramps.
Yeah.
I imagine attacking could be kind of difficult.
That's what I'm thinking. If you just put a couple Banelings at the top of the ramp, it might be too late.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 11's going to send the first couple lings across the map. J-Priest kept all of his lings back at home, so 11 going to be the first one. Get a little bit of scouting information. He's going to see exactly how saturated J-Priest is at the moment, and it's pretty much how saturated he is back home, so he knows there's no fake out of the one base going mass ling flood behind that. He sees drones.
Yeah, no shenanigans. I mean, if you did that fake out, you'd transfer
Yeah, a
some
couple
links
drones.
from the main.
Yeah, a couple drones.
I have drones here from the main.
Yeah, both players going up to 3 bases. The only real difference here is 11's got a bailing nest done, and J-Priest actually hasn't started a bailing nest or anything else. He's going for burrow. I don't know if that's a mistake. Yeah, he cancels burrow. Definitely misclicked
right.
something there, because yeah, I really didn't expect him to go burrow. J-Priest is both players get their link speed up.
Perhaps.
I don't think there's enough here to. Yeah, J-Priest sees that there's too many reinforcements on the side of 11 and stops. Gets a little bit of damage done on that hatch. So yeah, I mean, J-Priest is circling around, and his bailing nest is only halfway done now. Yeah, a couple links do run up into the natural. Nice bailing connection there to turn J-Priest away. J-Priest doing a pretty good job here of keeping 11 busy, nibbling away at that hatchery, forcing 11 to definitely testing 11's micromanagement there, multitasking as well.
Yep.
J-Priest throwing down another.
I find that
nest.
that building placement is definitely interesting.
And I wonder if he
I'm
knows.
not sure if I'd agree that it is the
Yeah.
best way to place your buildings. But 11, J-Priest rather might care about other things.
Yeah.
Like a third nearly falling, actually falling.
Yeah, GG gets called there. I think he, once that second Veiling nest pops up, I think he sort of realized that he's built the wrong structure and just
Yeah.
not having a good game too, unfortunately. And 11's going to take the 2-0 victory.
Yeah. So that is our first semi-finalist. And you will play against Papa Panda, who defeated Kubik. I'm not sure.
I would have gone with
2-0 as
Kubik,
well.
so
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter since we're not casting him. While the other matches are still playing, it seems. But yeah, I'd say we'll give 11 and Pepper Panda a few seconds to breathe, to do the macro map vetoes and picks, and then we'll be right back after this break.
Your destiny. Flawless victory. Your destiny. Flawless victory. Fight! Finish him. Excellent. Cyrax. Sector. Smoke. Motaro. Jade. Kitana. Scorpion. Sub-Zero. Soma. Jax. Melina. Johnny Cage. Raiden. Kung Lao. Reptile. Come on. You can. Sit down. Ermac. Shiva. Ray. Cyrax. Shao Kahn.
Hello everyone and welcome back. First game done of this contender number 12, and we're going to kick off into our first semi-finals. GX mentioned it was 11 versus Papa Panda, both players advancing through the first round with 2-0 victories.
Yeah, pretty solid games there.
These players are asking us just to change servers. They prefer to play on NA, so
Yeah, I think they're actually both from NA, so that makes a lot of sense for them.
oof.
Let's quickly change servers then. And you can get those games going. I hope the players remembered the maps, because I don't.
I do, or I kind of remember the maps. I do wonder if it's the same.
Same chat, yeah, should be.
While we get some of these technical things sorted, GX, do you want to send our viewers to our Matcherino again.
Oh, I'd be happy to do so. Well, as Linglet peaked, you can go to the Matcherino. The link is in the Twitch chat. Or if you've just joined, I'll send it in there once again. And add a few cents to the prize pool for free. Takes about 20 seconds. And then I will really help us run these tournaments and get prize pools for them, get more players, and more and better. If that makes sense. Do we have resolved our difficulties in the meantime? That would be challenger with E, but contender should be correct.
Yeah, there's no one in this contender channel though, so
Maybe ask on the Discord or something.
let me throw us into a quick break and we'll be back.
Yeah,
2 minutes.
we'll sort that out.
Yeah, give us 2 minutes, we'll be right back.
I am the swarm. Armies will be shattered. Worlds will burn.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Sorry about that. We have the correct channel, we have the lobby. Our players are readying up and looks like we're good to go.
Yeah. First map, Pride of Ataris, we've just seen that. 11 defeating J Priest on there.
And we're gonna get our second ZVZ of the evening.
Oh yeah. I wonder what race Kubik was. But we might never find out. However, we will find out these two players.
Yeah, spawning over in the bottom right hand side, playing with the red Zerg drones. Once again it is 11.
And his opponent in the top left in the blue drones. Playing for Platinum Heroes, it's Papa Panda.
Yeah, I mean, second time we're seeing this map, second time CVZ, so let's see if Papa Panda has a bit more luck against 11 on this map.
Both players opting for the hatch first. As well, the normal way. It was a little interesting to see both players go hatch first in our first map of the first series.
Oh yeah, both of them going pool first. It was pretty good to...
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
yeah, let's...
that's what I meant.
Yeah, this game
Sorry.
pretty much setting up standard. No deviation so far. We'll see if these players opt to go to stay in gas, or if they're just going to start get 100 gas, pull out of gas, and try to get as many minerals as possible. I think that's one of the key things of ZVZ, is to where you want to go with your tech. Do you stay in the gas and look to build up a bank to get faster upgrades, or maybe take into roaches a bit quicker, or do you pull out and focus on lings and drones? We'll have a look now. Papa Panda first to 100 gas, but both players firing up their ling speeds pretty much at the same time. And yeah, as I said, Papa Panda's opted to take 2 drones out of gas, and they should start mining minerals, where 11's kept 3 drones into gas. So we'll see if that makes a difference in terms of their tech. Their 11 goes for the baling nest, so that's where the added gas income comes in. And yeah, both players throwing down a third hatch. Different locations though. The 11 going for the 3 o'clock position, whereas Papa Panda's opted to go for more of a triangle setup. We'll see how this translates into map presence going forward. Oh,
Aren't they both on the same height? I think they are, right? Yeah, they are.
yeah, they should both be on the same level.
Given that there's a ramp into the triangular one, and just a normal entrance into the linear one, I'd imagine it might be a little easier to defend the triangular one, actually.
A couple lings here from
I
Papa
don't
Panda
really
are
know
going to
them
start to work away at these banelings. He's morphing banelings, and one of these banes is going to finish up, and oh, that could have been a juicy connection. A manual detonation there, not too many lings go down with it, but there's a couple more banelings there. Oh, 2 very good connections as both players looking to morph some banelings in the front here, and this ling fight's actually turning out to be going in
Rather
favor.
intense.
Yeah, going in favor of Papa Panda. Yeah, I'd like to see him commit onto this hatchery, seeing that there's
Yeah, I
nothing-
mean,
yeah,
3.5 links. Decides to morph them into Banes instead. Now we have Baneling X staring against Baneling X.
yeah, waiting for
However, Papa Panda also has a few links. Cancels 2 of them. Now has 5 Banelings of his own.
yeah, and
Just
that's-
move commanding around. He doesn't have any links behind that. Unfortunately. One of them
Oh.
explodes.
Banelings on banelings.
Detonating Banelings on Banelings, not the best idea. There is a chunk of links from Papa Panda.
Ooh,
That comes in as reinforcements. The dances are there, but so far not that many big detonations. Gets the queen, that's a nice pickoff. Not sure how many links he lost during that. And that's a juicy hit from, I think, 11's Baneling.
yeah, these this battle
But still,
happened on- Pardon, yeah, go.
Papa Panda looks like he continues to have more links, as I say that. Reinforcements from 11 coming in.
Yeah, I think the big,
Oh, 3 versus 2 Banelings in favor of 11.
yeah, the big,
Oh, that fight in favor of 11.
big takeaway here is that 11's been up 6 workers this entire time. So,
Yeah,
this
that's why he struggled initially, but now he was able to break out
yeah,
and produce maybe a little more. I mean, essentially, right now they're both lacking more lava.
yeah, and I
Gas.
think 11's in a good position. Yeah, he's gonna get a kill on this base. I mean, there's 16 lings in production now for Papa Panda, but there's really not too much here on his side of the map, and this is gonna be a dead 3rd hatchery. And
Yeah, that's a really nice pickoff. He just GG's out of there.
yeah,
Knows that it's over.
I mean, there
And says next game, please.
wasn't really any tech there to fall back on. It's not as if he had a Roach Warren down or something that he could commit in. It was Ling Bane against Ling Bane, and Yeah. 11 doing a pretty good job. His second ZBZ. Yeah, ZBZ so far, I mean, pretty good. That was a really, really good game there, and I think just getting that slight worker advantage. And as you said, he did struggle a little bit in the beginning, being down those what would have been 12 lings, 6 drones is about 12 lings, and was a little bit touch and go in the beginning, but the worker count definitely making a difference towards the end there, and being able to afford more and more units.
Yeah.
And take it
But
away.
we now head into our second map. It's gonna be Berlingrad. Oh, that's an interesting name. And our first player, 12 pooling. On the top left, for risen from the ashes, it's 11.
And in the bottom right hand corner, opting to go purely standard, playing for Platinum Heroes, down 1-0, it is Papa Panda. Yeah, I mean, if you're in Papa Panda's shoes, do you almost anticipate your opponent's going to go standard, or do you think your opponent's going to cheese you, or do you think we're just going to carry on with the standard game? You beat me last time in the standard game. You don't think it should be Papa Panda going for a 12 pool to get back in the series?
Yeah, I think as I'd say just cheesing because you're down, it's a big gamble. Because you can easily just throw away a series, and if you're a player who's normally more comfortable with the standard games, why should you change it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Papa Panda sees
yeah.
these links moving across the map here with these overlords, and doesn't really have too much back home to do anything about these links. He's just gonna let these links start to nibble away at this hatchery, and yeah, I was gonna say, you kind of have to let the hatch finish. The real question is, how many drones do you pull into this? And
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of lost mining time here on the side of Papa Panda, but looking to get out some lings of his own, and doing a little dance with his drones. 4 drones going down so far. Make that 8 when some of these low HP drones are getting picked off, but
And at this point, 11 is actually up in workers. Because you can afford to lose a few, but once you
8,
lose
yeah.
that many drones, you're actually just behind. 11 obviously haven't taken that expansion.
Yeah.
Has more workers, a bigger army. Just needs to hold up that little counterattack while the spine is building. But that should be
pretty easy
rather
to do.
easy.
There's a second spine crawler on the high ground of the main base there for 11, so he's definitely secured himself in a pretty decent position, and firing up 6 more drones, looking to take advantage of the worker lead. Papa Panda fires up 5 of his own, so that worker lead becomes negligible at the moment. Starts to stabilize a little bit. Papa Panda, the first person to go for ling speed, so he's going to have that mobility advantage. Oh, he was a little bit supply blocked. Did the little Evo chamber trick just to continue drone production. Yeah, it costs him a little bit of money to cancel that, but you get the continued production. As 11 throws down a bailing nest.
Yeah, so, I mean, it seems like the logical choice in the Zerg evolution tree.
Yeah, no.
I mean, probably the only choice. You can just skip the Baneling Nest and go for the roaches directly. It looks like he wants to keep that option, as he also throws down a Roach Warren.
Yeah, I mean, this Queen of Papa Panda picks up a Scouting Overlord of 11 and supply blocks him. Making one more over, which probably catch up the supply. There we go, another 2 fire up, because it's just going to catch up the supply, and then you're not going to be able to build anything. So 11 a little bit supply blocked at the moment, but he is up 6 workers.
Yeah. I mean, he's a little behind in army, but I think that shouldn't matter. He's got his full wall with a spine in there. That could have been so much more dangerous.
Yeah, I mean 11's
Purple
definitely...
Panda's army stays mostly alive. 2 Banelings are in the front,
As,
making sure nothing gets in there.
yeah, 11's going to look to put a bit more pressure on this natural hatchery here.
As the 2 Banelings running in.
Oh.
Don't get a single one so far. That's 2 drones. 1 badly bruised.
Yeah.
But the drones were able to fight back against the Lings.
Yeah, and I mean on the back of this, Papa Panda's going for a third base expansion, but
11 though. He's got his plus run range.
yeah,
Plus 7 roaches in nearly finished. I think he's in a fine position.
that's actually not a full wall
mean,
there.
he
I mean,
has-
that roach is just blocking the door over there. I don't think
Oh no!
11 realized that. That's not a full wall. These roaches should be able to get out. These are obviously on hold position, but
And maybe that's intentional, to just have the exit. Normally you'd have it between 2 buildings, but I guess it works that way as well.
yeah, I mean the first roach is on the way here for Papa Panda. He's going to be a little bit behind in army supplies. Down.
Yeah, and
Supply
in
in
upgrades as
general.
well. Because once 11 arrives, he will have that plus 1.
Yeah, I think the
I'm not
longer
sure if he
11 waits,
actually decided to walk across the map. Now he does.
yeah, I was going to say, the longer 11 waits, the more of an opportunity he gives Papa Panda to catch up. So there's actually no vision in the middle of the map here for Papa Panda, so he's only going to get sight of this army moving across the map now.
And he will group his armies. I think he cancelled his own plus 1. Just to pump out those few
Yeah.
more roaches.
Yeah,
Is he just clicking down the base? I don't think he can afford to. Because he would lose his entire army.
yeah, there's a couple of lings in the middle of the map trying to pick off reinforcements here, but 11 with that upgrade advantage, it is plus 1 carapace against plus 1 attack, so the roaches of Papa Panda a little bit more beefy, but
Yeah, that attack really is a little
Oh.
stronger.
I don't know if that was the right time to move those spine crawlers forward, but
I mean,
oh,
if 11 just clicks on them, it might have been, but yeah, that was all the roaches. Papa Panda plus 11 has his reinforcements coming in right now. That's fine. Might give him a little bit more time,
yeah, buying him a
and
bit
he
more
definitely just used that time. 12 more roaches on the production tab.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple one ling nibbling away at this third base expansion here for 11.
Yeah, and for Papa Panda, that 3rd base actually has been a great way to get more lava.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the 3 roaches that just spawned from
Yeah.
that third base sort of rallying into 11's army.
I think 11 might just go down to the base and pick it off,
Yeah, I think that's the right decision.
forcing Papa Panda off creep there. And he might not even hold it, yeah.
Yeah.
Retreats his roaches. Forfeits the base.
Papa Panda's actually not mining that much gas. I mean, I'd like to see more for a couple of these low hit point roaches into Ravagers. Yeah, there's some Ravagers now on the side of 11, and that's going to make such a huge difference in this next fight. 3 spine crawlers though for Papa Panda, so he's going to get a...
That Overlord. Papa Panda's watching it closely to make sure it doesn't get sniped out of the air.
Good micro there.
Quick on burrow. Very nice. That gets the spine regardless.
Yeah, really good concave, yeah, for Papa Panda, but
He decides to pounce on it. I'm not sure that's the right call though.
yeah,
Because 11 looks like he just has more. Yeah, he does. And at this point, this should be it. It is. 11 takes the 2-0 victory
wow, 11 really
and
playing.
moves on to the finals.
11 really playing some, showing that he's pretty confident in the ZVZs. And yeah, gets his second 2-0 victory of the evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. Yeah, 11 definitely looking pretty confident in ZVZ.
Let's check out the situation then. I'm not sure if the other semifinals has started. It might have been held for us. Looks like it was held for us. That's gonna be Roy the toss. Oh, or just Roy versus Jolt. Let's hope they've already done the vetoes. And we'll throw it into a short break, I think, to figure that out and hopefully have a game when we're back. See you in a minute.
Flawless victory. Flawless victory. Fight! Excellent. Cyrax. Sector. Smoke. Motaro. Jade. Kitana. Scorpion. Sub-Zero. Sonya. Jax. Marina. Johnny Cage.
Hello everybody and welcome back. CSO Contender number 12. We have our second semi-final ready for you. Joining me once again is GX.
Hello. And right now it's the day of the mirror matchups as we have a PvP, which of course means there will be a PvZ in the finals. Our game is Roy versus Jolt. Like I said, both players Protoss. On Glittering Ashes. Only new maps.
Yeah, really exciting. Really happy to see players throwing out the new maps, and I mean, I suppose the only way to get better at them is to play them. So it's a pleasure on my side to be here casting new maps only.
Yeah. As the map is loading up. Right, here we go.
Yep.
Spawning in the bottom left. The red Protoss. He is Roy.
And in the top right hand corner, spawning with the blue Protoss probes, it's Jolt. Yeah, I mean, PvZ, one of the most explosive matchups, if not the most explosive matchups, where build order wins are definitely a thing. Really looking forward to what these two players have to show.
Yeah, let's see. Scouting probe for Roy now arrives at Jolt's base. I gotta say, I love that mineral conveyor belt.
Oh, it looks so good, hey?
Yeah. Now we know what the big Terran corporations have been up to on this planet.
Mining minerals. Only the gold, apparently.
Yeah. Who needs those blue minerals anyways? Getting washed in lava or something. That's so cool.
Yeah. I mean, these new maps are really nice. Say washed in lava. They looks like they're made from lava and extreme heat and pressures. This conveyor belt's obviously not doing so well.
Yeah.
Idle at the moment.
Maybe if someone checks on it, it will start moving.
But yeah,
Well, that's the way moving objects work.
looks like Roy's gonna do the first little bit of shenanigans here, and he's putting out a pile.
Yeah, I'd say that's not a little bit of shenanigans. That's actually pretty big shenanigans being in the natural.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, that's literally in the natural. Jolt's opening Stalker, which I really like. Roy's going a double Adept, but that's a proxy robo facility.
Yeah. And the probe,
Ooh,
I don't think he scouted it.
No, he has absolutely no vision of that, so let's...
By the way, I'd recommend you to use the V key. Just select one player and then you don't always have to
yeah, switch to
the camera.
oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, there's still absolutely no scouting of this proxy robo. The probe did get...
He's just chilling there. And he doesn't know.
Yeah, I mean, these two Adepts of Roy are going to show up. Into Natria, they're going to shade, and I think that's a really good thing to force these Stalkers to come back.
I mean, they can just walk in. No wall, apparently. Or no probes to make a wall.
Yeah, absolutely nothing to
And
go
already picking off 3 probes. Probably 4 or 5 in the end.
both of them might actually... Oh, one just
Oh,
barely
one shades
doesn't
out.
make it. Yeah. Jolt still has absolutely no idea. Oh, absolutely
And the
no
Immortal is popping any second.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't think that there is anything to really back the Immortal right now. There are 3 Adepts. And now Jolt knows.
Yeah. Oh, that probe just barely doesn't get that pylon down, and the Adepts do cancel the shade at the last moment, but that forces the Stalkers to head up the ramp.
Yeah, now he's starting a battery on the ramp. Still leaves a gap for Adepts to shade. Or units to walk. And that Immortal puts in so much damage to the Stalker.
Yeah, I mean, this
And the
is...
second one finishing in just a few seconds.
Yeah, I mean, Roy's
As the natural base falls.
pretty committed to this. It is going to be one base against one base. Only the real difference is that Jolt's lost 400 minerals, or actually more, 500, including the pylon
Yeah,
that
and
went down. But
the Adepts can just warp in. They decide not to.
yeah, cancel the shade in. I like
I
that.
think they maybe should have caused some chaos. Oh no, Roy is supply block now. Jolt is supply block rather. Couldn't build that immortal. That second one. Which would bring him on equal immortal counts.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. Roy's just lost his observer, so there goes his high ground vision. I mean, the depth shades do actually give him a bit of high ground vision.
I think he should maybe just YOLO in there. And not just cancel any second. Just on top of the Stalkers and Immortal. Not even the mineral line, who cares about the mineral line?
Yeah, and just
But
box everything in.
behind that, Roy actually is taking a natural. So if he can keep Jolt busy for as long as possible, I don't think Roy can really win this fight here.
That
Actually, he
Guardian
does.
shield
There
is
wasn't
so good.
There wasn't really focus fire, so yeah, okay, no, he can.
Yeah, I mean, Roy looks like he's going to sacrifice one Immortal goes down, so these depths can finish their shade up into the main base. Another 4 workers go down on the side of Jolt, but
Oh, this is a disastrous situation. I don't think you should have finished the shade back. And as Roy's natural finished up, Joy is Jolt, Roy, Jolt, Joyce, Rolt. Man, these names.
whoa, okay. I mean, that was a cancel.
I'm a stick to red or blue, I think.
Red player, blue player. Yeah, I mean, that proxy robotics facility, even though he's lost it, and that's like money down the drain, he's put himself in such a good position where he's double the worker count at the moment. His upper base, yeah, the Nexus is halfway done on the side of Jolt, but for Roy, he's just now chrono boosting workers out of 2 Nexion. Yeah, there we go. Mass transfer from his first base, because that's almost finished being mined out. I say not almost. He's 3 mineral patches down. These 2 adepts, another 2 adepts get into the mineral line here, and Roy's doing
He should
such
really
yeah.
just close the
Wow.
door.
Yeah, now these adepts actually going to get to shade out. It looks like they are. Yeah, they do get to finish the shade out. Jolt is obviously getting thrown off his game here. He's got quite 142 energy on this Nexus. There we go. Now he's chronoing a couple workers, but he's down to 7 probes, and Roy's done such a good job in this game. There we go. Another 2 adepts shade in, and even though there's some stalkers here to defend, some target firings, at least going to get 2 probes. There we go. 3 probes. He gets a second shot off here. 4 probes go down. Roy's doing such a good job. He's up 30 workers at the moment. Shame. Unlucky for Jolt.
Yeah.
He's just got thrown off, I think, and Roy's
There's really no way Jolt
gets back into this,
gets a
unfortunately.
win this now.
Yeah. Unless Roy takes a completely catastrophic fart, or, I mean...
Even then, his computer would have to shut down.
I'm gonna say if there were a couple
And
of
then
disruptors.
like start burning,
Yeah.
so that he can't continue on with the match. Because I think in case of a disconnect in this situation, not sure what the root state exactly, but it might continue from replay.
I was gonna say, I'm sure we have a resume from replay. Roy is just going up to 3 bases now, and I really don't blame him. I'd like to see him. I mean, he's fully saturated on 2, and so he'll start chronoing out from 3
I'd
bases.
love to see him just walk across the map,
Yeah.
but with all his units, not just stalkers, and just finish the game.
Yeah, and then
I'm not sure he knows what an advantage he has.
he did send a couple. There's another hallucinated Phoenix, so you can actually see the saturation of Jolt is really nowhere. A couple shield batches getting thrown down at the front here, but Blink is done. +1's about to finish up. Roy's in a really solid position, and like you say, I'd like to just see him just go across the map and close off the game.
Yeah,
have a look.
but
at the
he
units
really
down.
does need something else than just stalkers.
Yeah, I mean, there's 14 stalkers that he's got across the map, and there's 9 stalkers immortal and 4 sentries. Jolt's actually got a pretty decent hold defensive army. I mean, there were 3 shield batteries. There's now only 1 here in the front. There's another one on the high ground, so shield battery overcharge is one hell of a drug.
Where is Royce Immortal?
At home, I think. Yeah, it's at home.
Please bring it across the map. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
snipes the hallucination. So Joel doesn't even know what his opponent is up to, though he knows where the opponent's army is, of course.
yeah, I mean, if we look at the upgrades, +1 and Blink are done on the side of Roy. Jolt has no upgrades at the moment. Charge and +2 is on the way here for Roy, so Roy's in a pretty decent position. He's up 23 workers, saturating his third base, and I mean, he's still only doing this, all of this off of 4 gates, so Jolt's thrown down a third base. 2 more
That's
depths.
a bold move.
2 more depths get in, and yeah, there's a warp in which should help, but I mean, at least 4 workers are going to go down before.
And once
5,
again, each
6,
of these workers is so costly.
7 more workers go down, and there's another depth in the natural
I
mineral
think
line.
it just traded out. But here comes the army, and this should be it. Roy really doesn't like committing into fights and
Yeah.
just blinks out each time.
Does a bit
And
of
he
depth.
gives Jolt room to breathe.
Yeah, and
I'm not sure if he knows about the third base. Because if the third base
nah, he has no
finishes,
idea.
that might be a way back into the game for Jolt.
I mean, Roy's rallying pretty much all of his stalkers into the middle of the map. That's 23 stalkers, so he's going to move
Yeah,
up
he
the-
just needs to commit in. Like once.
Yeah, like one solid blink in, and
Or like just stand there and fight and not blink out.
yeah.
I think that would be enough. And blinks out again.
Yeah, now he's going to get vision of this third base, and +2's about to finish up here on the side of Roy, so I don't mind him blinking out, waiting for that upgrade to finish, and then coming back in. He'll be up 2 upgrades. Dark Shrine on the way. He's really giving Jolt an opportunity to get back into the game. I still think it's 99% done.
Yeah, obviously
But-
he's still so far ahead, but the more room
Good
he
Guardian
gives
Shield
Jolt,
here. Yeah, good Guardian Shield to mitigate some of that damage. Such a huge concave here. And some good-
finally get some blink micro going actually.
yeah,
Not
that's-
just blinking all of the army out, and there we can see what happens if you just commit in. And that's a solid game 1 victory.
yeah, Roy doing.
It was way too long,
Yeah,
but way longer than it should have been.
but I mean, Roy did such good damage in the early game, and yeah, as you said a number of times, I don't think he actually realized how far ahead he was. He did a couple hallucinations, so you could see the saturation on the side of Jolt, but I don't think he wanted to overcommit and then put himself in a sticky situation. You know, I mean, he would do a bit of damage and blink out, and do a little bit of damage and blink out, because I don't think he really
Yeah.
wanted to overcommit there. But yeah, like you said, the game probably went on a lot longer than it should have. So, as you can hear, there's the game countdown sound going off in the background, and we're heading off into game 2 already. These players are ramped up and ready to go. We're gonna get the first of our old maps for this evening. $2K atmospheres is going to be the second map of the best of 3, the second semi-finals. The winner of this goes on to face 11 in the final. So let's see. Let me start us off by introducing our players. Spawning in the top right-hand corner, the red Protoss probes up 1-0. It's Roy.
And his opponent in the bottom left, the blue Protoss player, it is Jolt. Well, this is now Roy's opportunity to close it out. Both players, like they did last game, go for a gate at home. I suspect Jolt will take a better look at his natural this time. Even though the robo went up in there.
I mean, the fact that that robo got up and that first immortal popped out before it had even been scouted, that's Really unfortunate on the side of Jolton. He had absolutely no idea what was coming. So far everything pretty standard from both players.
Yeah, correct buildings on the correct side of the map.
Yeah, so far. Cybercore done, and yeah, it looks like we're nothing too crazy at the moment. We'll see where the big tech switch happens, and Warp Gate gets fired up on the side of Roy to Adept. He's gonna open Adept, and does Jolt do the same and open up? Oh, he opens up Stalker Sentry this time.
Well, here we go again. Roy with another proxy.
I do wonder. I do expect it to be the same build proxy. Oh, it's gonna be a proxy Stargate.
Yeah, this isn't really a position where you can
Actually,
just
yes.
use any ground units.
Not a good place for
Because,
proxy
well,
robot.
you'd have to walk them for ages.
Yeah.
Well, the air path isn't that far. I think the alternative there would have been a Dark Rhine.
Yeah. And
VSE would have needed some more tech for that.
yeah, Jolt's left the probe here at home to try close this door, and the probe's
Oh,
not gonna.
doesn't get it. Oh no.
Yeah, these two Adepts, the first couple shots go off onto the Nexus, so
Might get the sentry.
yeah,
That's big.
nice.
And getting additional probes.
And these Adepts are actually going to be able to shade out. So Roy doing a pretty good job. Four probes going down, and another two Adepts going to meet up with these two. So definitely looking to do some multi-prong harass with the two Oracles. Jolt not closing the door again this time. He does have a probe on duty, so I'd like to see him be a bit more diligent with closing that door and stopping his Adepts from getting in here, because this economic damage really made the difference in the last game.
Yeah, and 8-9 probes that the Adepts get out, I'm not sure.
No, they didn't.
But in comes the Oracle from that proxy.
Yeah, well, that's going to be 12,
And
13 workers. Does he lose the Oracle?
yeah.
Oh, Oracle ducks off into the corner. Will probably get recalled out, but I mean, these Adepts are still here, keeping.
11 in Twitch chat was right.
Wow.
Saying he does things to everyone.
I mean, this Oracle's still here, and I wonder if Jolt is aware of that, or if he thinks the Oracle's been recalled home, because...
Yeah, I mean, there's no way for him to know. He doesn't really have the Stalkers to just pin it there.
Yeah.
So battery goes up, but the Oracle might just come back.
There's a second
Oh, he's
Oracle.
waiting for the second one, actually.
Yeah. The second one's just finished up now, and two Oracles mitigate the shield battery if they time their attacks properly. So, Roy doing a really good job of keeping Jolt's economy quite low. And what do we have on the back of this? Blink. First forge is getting done. These two Oracles are shooting in now, and like I said, if they can time up their attacks, they would go 2, 3, 4.
Battery doesn't matter.
Wow. Another 6 probes going down.
One Oracle, the Oracle gets out again. What is this?
Yeah, so good.
What is this?
Roy's doing such a good job at keeping Jolt's economy quite low down, and yeah, went ahead, get more ahead. I do expect Roy to go up to 3 bases again like he did last time, and looks like these two Oracles are going to fly in again.
I mean, Joel's economy is in scrambles already.
He's just going to do a little bit of a revelate and keep tabs on what's actually going on in the main base here of Jolt. Oracles are going to head home. Not entirely sure why they're going all the way home here. They're now in the middle of the map.
Sliding towards there. Phoenix or Hallucination, rather.
Hallucination, yeah.
Might have picked them up. Maybe not.
Yeah, the Stalkers of Roy are just going to deny that hallucinated Phoenix some scouting information, while 2 hallucinations of Roy's own go into the main base to actually see what's going on here.
Yep, seeing everything.
Yeah, these two.
And yeah, we have Roy once again with 10 workers advantage, which obviously translates into more army, more stuff. +1 ground attacks finishing up in just a few seconds. And the Oracles don't get any additional kills right now.
Yeah, I mean,
For now.
Jolt actually hasn't repositioned any Stalkers, so once these Stalkers of Roy hit the front base, yeah, he needs to focus his attention there, and I expect Roy to come in with his Oracles and pretty much massacre the mineral line at the same time. Or he's actually going to focus his attention here on the front, because he has the Stalker advantage, and if he just pulls... There's shield battery overcharge, so... Roy not looking to overextend again. And in come these Oracles. The Oracles actually haven't synchronized their shots there. 3 more probes go down. But, yeah, Roy comes in, snipes the shield battery that was building at the front and just gonna blink out
And he
again.
just snipes out these Stalkers out of there.
Yeah, I mean, he's long distance mining from that 3rd base, +2 ground weapons fires up on the side of Roy, and Jolt is in a better position this game than he was in the last one. He's down 12 workers at the moment, but 12 is better than the 30 he was down in game 1, so Jolt's getting charged, he's got an Immortal coming out. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, Roy actually hasn't gone for any robos this game, but that's a lot of Stalkers. And yeah, I think the probes are getting pulled into this, but I think Roy's just done a very good job here of keeping Jolt way too busy. These Oracles pop into the main base here, and yeah, GG gets called. Wow.
Well, another 2-0.
Strong showing there by Roy.
Yeah, true.
Really.
So, he will face 11 then in the grand finals. 11 in Twitch chat said he's a little scared. But we'll see how it goes. 11 also being an A will probably have a map disadvantage. Only if Roy also decides to play on an A. Well, I think we're just gonna throw it into a short break before we do that. And then we'll be back with the grand finals. Don't go anywhere.
The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld. And with it, our legacy.
Hello everybody and welcome back. We have our finals pretty much ready to get going. We will have Roy taking on 11, both diamond players, and our first cross race match. So the MMRs are really very different here in favor of Roy the Protoss. But yeah, let's see what 11 can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have our map picks. First map's going to be Curious Minds, second Blackburn, third 2K, fourth Hardwire, and the deciding map will be Glittering. So,
Alright. Let's start with Curious Minds then. Not sure where the lobby is at.
yeah, lobby's ready, players just readying up, and there we go, the countdown timer has begun. Our first game of the finals of the CSO Contender 12. Let's see if 11 can put up a bit more of a fight in these finals and go the distance and get us to a decider on Glittering something.
Yeah, glittering something.
Glittering something. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but
Well, let's play on Curious something first. And
take it away.
get these players introduced in the top left, the red circ. For Risen from the Ashes, it's 11.
And in the bottom right hand corner, playing with a blue Protoss probes, it is Roy. Eleven has opened gas pool, so he's looking to definitely get some tech up and not die to anything too silly. Gonna get that early ling speed. And I wonder what Roy's gonna do. Roy seemed to have his PvP down quite well, with the first game being a proxy robo and then second game with a proxy starport, Stargate. But I wonder if he's gonna go for something a bit similar here against the first Zerg opponent, or against this Zerg opponent. This probe is gonna come up into the natural base and see that there's no hatchery, so Roy should be well aware that this was in fact pool first, and it's gonna be a quick ling speed. These lings are gonna nibble away at this probe, so
Gets himself a wall. And another gateway in the cyber core.
Yeah, I mean, these two lings are going to come up to the front here. Cool. There's a Zealot in the wall, and he's going to get a ling. Yeah, I'd like to see. Yeah, these lings are just going to start to nibble away at these structures, and I'm sure Roy's been through this many times, and so he knows he can't just push out with one Zealot. Instead, he actually has to have a second Zealot ready. So, yep, both players going to take their natural bases at pretty similar times, which isn't all that well on the side of the Zerg player, but let's see how this game pans out. Roy's ahead in supply, producing out of 2 gateways, whereas 11 really is stuck on 1 hatcheries worth of lava. So if we look at the units, there's still no queens out, so there's not even an added inject to that first hatchery. So a little bit down on production capabilities at the moment. 11. Hatchery almost done. It's going to finish up now, and 11 down 3 workers at the moment. These lings are going to catch these adepts. 2 adepts can one-shot a ling, so
Oh, well, I will finish the shade and get away for the time being. And there is a Nidus network. Alright, 11, he knows his opponent goes for the cheeky stuff. So does he.
yep. Roy with a Zealot on patrol. There's a little bit of a blind spot over here, but I don't think 11's going to put the Nidus anywhere near there. The Zealot is actually going to scout it. Pretty certain the Zealot, yeah, there we go, the Zealot actually does spot it, so
I'm not sure he can deny it though. With the Stalker, if he unloads quickly enough, and he does, at least a good bit of links, not all of them, but
yeah, enough.
quite a few got out, so he can start another one. Get the Stalker surrounded, the Zealot surrounded, and this is super big. The Robo facility doesn't even really matter, because an Immortal can't do shit against links.
Yeah.
Probes can though.
Really
And they get
good
to surround on the other links. More links coming out. The Queen as well. And this is game over. Yeah. 1-0-11.
Nice.
Very nicely done.
4-minute 55 game 1, and 11 I think, having seen Roy play a bit, sort of knows he has to take the game to him, and he did a really good job in that first game 1.
Yeah, well executed.
Yeah, really nicely done there, Bob.
Even after the first night is finished, he morphed his Overlord into an Overseer to maybe keep a little bit of vision.
Yeah, and I think there were just enough links that got out on the first
cool,
Nidus to clean up the units there on the side of Roy, and allow that second Nidus to get up. And once those queens pop, Roy kind of knew it was game over from there. So very nicely done by 11.
Let's see how it plays out on Blackburn. Our next map. And spawning in the bottom left. The red Protoss player. He is 11. Protoss, did I say Protoss? Oh my god, it's a Protoss.
Yes,
I meant
you did.
Zerg. I'm sorry.
And in the bottom right hand corner with the blue Protoss probes, it's Roy.
Yeah, he's really Protoss.
He's really Protoss.
11 isn't.
I felt like saying blue Zerg probes, but then I thought, no, I'll just do it properly the first time.
At least I still noticed.
Yeah, I mean, Blackburn, one of the old maps. So from the map picks, there are 2 old maps. I think it's Blackburn and then 2K Atmosphere next. But we have something going on here from Roy. Looks like he's Looking to proxy something in the top left-hand corner.
I mean, that is rather predictable, I'd say. After what we've seen him do to Jaws. And moves the probe back to the bottom.
Apparently not.
Really want to proxy something in the natural. That would be very bold, given that they
Oh.
Oh my god! Does the 11 know?
No.
That probe took longer than it should have.
I don't think 11 realizes.
That probe took way longer to get up the ramp than it should have, but 11 might not have checked.
It's gonna be a cannon rush. I mean, this OV is generally supposed to follow the probe and make sure something like this doesn't actually happen, but here we go.
Oh, this is such a disaster.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to put down. Oh, he built a cybercore back home, so he's gonna be able to put down 2, 3 cannons
And now
straight
he's
away.
goated. Now that the pylon's already up, what does he do? Goes into spine crawlers. Doesn't pull the probe, so the bases get cut off. Oh no.
Yeah, and he's gonna cannon up the low ground, so I think 11's in a lot of trouble here. He hasn't pulled any workers at all.
Yeah, I mean, he realized it was too late at that point.
Yeah, I mean, taking the gas now, I'd like to see him throw down the Roach Warren as well.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
That should definitely be the next thing to do. That Ling is actually out of cannon range, but the cannon does still finish up.
yeah, I mean,
Unfortunately for 11.
uh,
And Roy places the shield battery there. I think he...
do spawns outrange cannons? Or do they have the
No,
same
but
range?
they don't need to. Well, it would be good if they did, but they don't really need to because they just block from more cannons building.
Yeah, you can't actually push anything
But
too close.
you don't really want to build more cannons as Roy in this situation. And 2 cannons normally is enough, so those 3 on the top were a waste of minerals already.
Yeah,
2 would have been enough to make this work. He dabbed,
oh, does get
finishes
out.
the shade.
Yeah,
And he builds another battery up there.
Roy really doubling down on this.
At this point as Roy, don't you have to ask yourself what your opponent is doing?
Yeah, like, I mean, he's got absolutely nothing going on at the moment, and yeah, I like the stalk on patrol here, watching out for a Nidus network, because that's what.
But the
11
knight is, yeah, he doesn't see it. The question is, does the 11 have...
He does see it.
Oh, now he does see it.
Cheeky.
Well,
There we go. He puts down a
he
spotting
built...
pylon.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hard
Also
and
got a
wide.
wall off. 11 will see that pylon. With the Overlord.
Yeah, but I mean, there's
Still
absolutely
puts down the...
one stalker's not
That's a
enough.
bold
Yeah, he
move.
pulls the probes. It's gonna
Has
say,
to pull the probes.
yeah, I was gonna say one stalker's definitely not enough.
Oh,
here.
what's in that network? He
That's
might surround it, in which
links.
case nothing can pop anyways.
No, they still pop.
Oh, they still pop, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Good to know. The Stalker
Oh.
does fall. That's actually a big pickup.
I mean, throwing down another Nidus network, but where it's actually pressed up against the wall, so that the
He goes for the low ground, and I'm not sure he's noticed. Oh no, never mind. There's a of course there's a void ray. Damn Protoss.
of course there's the void ray. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say this void ray actually has to start targeting down that OV. I wouldn't have minded if there was another OV got sent around the bottom side of the map here, and this was where your first Nidus
Yeah.
had gone up, because there was no
No,
vision
the
there.
Stalker wasn't actually patrolling that far down, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this void's
Now
gonna
it's
go.
just a support Nidus. That's still not bad.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
not.
11, he's just happily minding his business.
Yeah, he's
He
supply
can't
block.
really throw down the third base as he'd like to. Question is, does he have something against the Void Ray? One queen,
He
definitely not enough.
Yeah, and so this is going to be a lot of damage on the natural base here of 11.
He might have expected
Oh.
the Void Ray to stay home.
Where's the defensive spore here? This Void Ray is just going to carry on chasing this queen, but these spore crawlers might just finish up. There are 3 spores here, so yeah. Oh, Roy going for the Overlord. Yeah, the Void Ray does manage to get out in time. 3 spores are going to be enough to push the Void Ray away, and Void Ray's going to start to pick away at this spine crawl at the front. Yeah, I think Roy's got enough of a defense back home. The Spore finishes up, and now we see a bit of a contain here. And I'd like to see where 11 goes from here. I mean, he does have the Roach Warren. He hasn't made any Roach Ravager yet, so I think that's the key to getting out of this contain. Roy doing a good job of just keeping the supply down.
Yeah.
Like I
Some
said,
roaches coming.
if another OV had come along the bottom side of the map here, even though there's a pylon over here, Roy might not even notice.
Yeah.
There we go. He's picking up.
Noticing himself now to get some stuff moving. Queen's getting out. That's a bold move, and I don't think it works. It does.
Wow.
Actually has a drone out there. That's a good move to get some buildings going, and they're containing each other.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is a really weird situation.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like the Nardus in the back of the natural there, so whatever spawns from this lava here can actually go into the Nardus and reposition somewhere else in the map.
That's such a nice move.
One queen, oh there we go, another queen pops out, so 2 queens and a spore.
Yeah, plus the spore.
Oh, the spore's repositioned.
Spore shouldn't fall now. And Roy, we saw that he really doesn't like to YOLO in.
Yeah.
In this game versus
Jolt.
Jolt, that wasn't the name. I was gonna say Joy, but nah.
I mean, the
Jolt.
in this game especially, I mean, we have to look. Roy is up 38 workers at the moment.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he's taken this most northern base here, but he has been mining quite comfortably off of 2 bases this entire time. So even though 11's in a decent contained position, the reality is he's down a lot of money at the moment. So Roy has actually been able to get up to, let's have a look at the units, to have 5 voids. He's at 50 probes at the moment, so he's in a really good position. But I think 11 spending his money where he should be, and here we go, the spore crawlers are slowly starting to walk forward, and these voids are just going to be not going to actually do much here. The photon cannons though, I mean, they're definitely keeping 11 pinned back home. He's not allowed to move anywhere really. And there's no mining.
And now we're having tempests.
Now we're getting tempests added in, which is going to be so important for taking out these spore crawlers.
I'd love to see some YOLO bites up the ramp.
+1 air weapons, +1 shields on the way. Roy doing a really good job at just being ahead at the moment. There's the first tempest pops out, and there's another drone that's going to come. Cool. Makes a spine crawler, but a little bit of high ground vision here for these corrosive vials to come down. But yeah, there we go. The tempest is just going to start to pick away everything on the low ground here, and bang, that's a dead queen. They start to pick away at these spore crawlers, and yeah, 11's in a really sticky situation.
Yep.
Hydralisk Den on the way. No,
Yeah, I mean,
cancel. No,
Cancel it?
yeah, no more Hydralisk Den. So
Never mind then. Honestly, I think Roy is just gonna break this contain now, and then that's it.
yeah, I also think so. He is up to 3 bases. I was gonna say he probably recalled the probes out of his main. There's 10, 16. And he probably recalled some probes up to that 3rd base. So yeah, Roy in a really good position, and yeah, I wouldn't mind to see 11 GG out of here and, you know, go into game 3. You lose that. You haven't managed to break the contain at home, and it was a good idea to keep the Ravagers on the front line there, but I would have liked to have seen him try to break this contain a lot sooner. Yeah, I mean, Roy's just going to move across the map. He has a superior army. He's up 30 army supply, and yeah, his army's going across the map at the moment. He's up to 4 bases against a 2 base Zerg. Well, I mean, a 1.5 base Zerg really. He's not mining too much off of his main base anymore. And here we go. Here come the voids. Tempest should be making their way across the air. And yeah, this is definitely going to be.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
11 might just stay in the game now. Maybe try to tilt
Roy a little bit.
Roy a little.
Yeah.
I'm afraid he might be tilting more himself.
Yeah. I think this is just one of those games you sort of said the cannon rush didn't do the damage that it needs to do, but what it did do was buy Roy a lot of time. Yeah. GG gets called, and that's going to be game 2. I mean, it was a little bit anticlimactic. The surround on that Nidus was pretty good, minimizing how many lings come out of the Nidus, and that gave Roy the opportunity to sort of stabilize at home. I think if, you know, half a dozen more lings come out of that Nidus, it's a very, very completely different game that we are in. But not breaking the contain soon enough was maybe the downfall there on the side of 11. If he had broken out that cannon rush, and might have been able to macro out of there. I've done something very funny to my computer. So let's see if we can get this 1-1, and off we go. 2k atmospheres to kick us off in game 3. I'll start us off this time, spawning in the bottom left hand corner. The red Zerg drones playing for Risen from the Ashes. It's 11.
And his opponent in the top right with the blue Protoss probes. It's Roy.
Yeah, I've definitely done something funny to my computer, but everything seems to be working, so I won't touch anything again. And yeah, I mean, Roy playing a really good game in that last one. Cannon rush, I think, could have been if that Ovia just followed the probe, like, yeah, the probe looks like it's going up into the main to do a normal scout, but I think,
Who knows?
yeah, you should always just follow that probe with your overlord and make sure he doesn't just throw down a pylon like he did there. And 11 thinking the game was going to be super standard, it turned out to be a super standard cannon rush. So, and then turned out to be.
I mean, it wasn't the best executed cannon rush, but it still worked.
Got the victory. So, I mean, there was no real damage. It did. It really just minimized how much freedom of movement 11 had between his main and his natural. And 11 going for a third hatchery.
Alright.
Going up to 3 bases really quickly. Roy is going to scout it with his probe. So
I think he saw the drone moving out.
yeah, and 11 transferring quite a few drones here, so hasn't taken a gas yet. This is to me, it's going to be lings, and more lings. I would have liked to have seen him go for the extra gas. Or take the gas and then get ling speed. There we go, he's taking the gas now, but there's going to be a lot of minerals here on the side of 11. Roy going for a robo facility. Pretty early on as well. I'd like to see how this game pans out.
Yeah, 11 seems to get away with the double expand.
Yeah, that third hatch finishes up now, and yeah, the step's gonna shade into the natural, and there's a queen to tell Roy that's not a good idea, but yeah, still only one adept keeping tabs on the saturation here on the side of 11. The first army unit's out here for 11 now, 6 lings hatching, and like I said, the early ling speed would have been great. 100 gases there, so he should fire up ling speed pretty soon. And actually, no, he's going up to double gases. I wonder what this is here on the side of 11.
Yeah, loses 3 drones, but that's alright. He has the double expand, and in the long run should be able to get away with that.
Wow, I mean,
That's like Robobay though.
yeah, that's the robo support bay. Robotics bay, yeah. And there's 3 OVs here.
Well,
for
what does he want to do with that? Disruptor drops?
Disruptor drops, I think. Yeah, there's a prism.
Yeah, alright.
Would probably be a disruptor.
Very dangerous against roaches, which seems
Likely.
what 11 is planning to do.
Yeah, I really expected a lot more lings.
Yeah, even gets prism speed. 11 might have scouted it. I'm not 100% sure. But this will be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, this third base is yet to begin being saturated here for 11. It's really just a lava factory at the moment.
Yeah, that's fine though. If he plans to do a rather big attack, I'm not sure he does.
Let's have a look.
I think that's fine, honestly.
Yeah,
He should maybe build a spore or two.
as you say that, there's
Right, as I said that.
yeah. First spore going down in the mineral line. Yeah, there goes another spawn. Quite a few roaches coming up, but here's the disruptor with the prism with the first disruptor. This disruptor's gonna land. Purification Nova gets fired off, and that's a really good split there by 11. Only loses 2 drones to the first Purification Nova, so really nicely done there. Roy does scout that this army is moving across the map, and 11 sees that, fires up 6 drones, so this isn't going to be a full-on committed attack, even though it seems to...
Yeah.
It has a
But
lot of...
it keeps Roy at home for now.
Yeah, I suppose it makes Roy, yeah, keeps him honest, and...
Make sure Roy switched to the Colossus
Yep.
instead of the Disruptor. Still got 2 of those Disruptors there. Tries to get some magic shots.
Oh.
That's a big one.
Nice Purification over there.
That's a really big one. Picked up 4 roaches or something.
Oh, there's another
We'll
Purification.
try again.
Oh, nice.
Actually whiffs completely. And 11 will just try to get in there.
Corrosive piles down a couple of his own lings there, and 11 is actually going to have to back out of this. Prism going to chase down these Ravagers and keep tabs on them. Roy up 17 army supply at the moment. I think 11 might have just over-droned a little bit and supply blocked, which is actually a very critical moment to be supply blocked now. You can't produce any sort of defensive units while Roy is heading across the map. There we go. Lings are going to be in the production tab now. 11 kind of needs a miracle hold here, but with these 2 disruptors and a Colossus, I think Roy's just got a slightly better army here. There's just a lot of splash damage here.
Yeah.
And these
The Zerg.
Yeah, the disruptors.
I mean, the Zerg army isn't really that big. Gets a really big Disruptor shot once again.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just a lot here on the side of the Protoss player. The disruptors are doing such good potential, zoning out the Zerg army with the Stalkers, and Colossus can just do some more damage. The Zerg can't really engage into these Purification Novas because, as we've seen, they just wipe out the Zerg army. So,
Yeah, and now there's basically nothing left of that Zerg army.
Yep. Whips a Purification Nova, but GG is the right
Roy
call
can
there.
just walk through there, getting self a lead.
Yeah, I mean, unlucky there for 11, Roy. He did a really good job of dodging that first Disruptor drop, only losing 2 drones there, but yeah, Roy getting the advantage in this final game, in this final series.
Yep.
And we'll see. We'll see if 11 can pull it back. take us to a game 5. Hardwire is our next map, so let's see what these players have in store for us in our next.
I wonder if 11 is gonna mix it up once again. We've seen him mix stuff up quite a few times now.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
yeah,
the
let's
player.
get right into it.
Oh, sorry.
No, go for it, go.
The player in the bottom left. He has to bring it back now. And he looks like he's gonna 12 pull. The red Zerg is 11.
And in top right hand corner, up 2-1 and on match point to this final. It is Roy. Yeah, I mean, I think 11 knows he has to be a little bit cheeky now. Roy just had a much better game 3 there. And, yeah, 11's going to pull out the 12 pull and we'll see what he can get done with it.
Yeah, Roy does send a scout across.
Yeah, so he's actually going to catch wind that this is a 12 pull, so... And I'd like to see him wall off like he did in that.
Yeah, he does.
He walled off quite well. I think it was game 2. Did a really good wall off, so... Yeah, I mean, a couple links on the way here. There's a probe patrolling there, so Roy will get the wall down. Should this first zealot fall. Oh, the zealot moves out of the wall, and there's going to be a little bit of a dance here to see. You know, we'll see if a couple of these lings, too many lings go down. These lings are going to start to work away on this gateway. They're sort of trying to entice these zealots out of the wall, so...
Well, that's a big surface area on that building, honestly.
Yeah, it does look like massive surface area, but I don't mind the
He
position.
might try to go for the secondary wall.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think it's almost better to have your wall going forward so that you have space behind in case it does go down. And ooh, these lings almost get a good surround here. Yeah, now that with this adept popping out here, I think it's going to be a hold here for Roy, and a little bit of an unfortunate not to get the full surround there on a couple of those zealots, but I mean, when the dust settles, Roy is up 6 workers, moving across the map with double zealot, double adept. So there's no rally of this natural expansion, so these drones that have just hatched, there we go, the rally gets sorted out, and yeah, these drones have been sitting idle for a little bit. The depths are going to push in. They do shade up into the main mineral line, and it's going to be quite a bit of lost mining time here on the side of 11. Roy really good with his adepts micro, and is definitely going to keep that harassment up there. Yeah, I mean,
Following it with a robo now.
yeah, this
But 11 takes a third base. It's obviously a little late, but he did the 12 pull, so... There it is.
wow, he loses a queen, so I mean,
Might
that's
be okay. That hurts.
yeah.
The adept actually not finishing. I don't understand why.
All
They
these
could have
things-
just wiped out the entire mineral line in the main there.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and you know, you've already picked up a queen. Yeah, there's a queen in the main for 11, but there's really not much else. You know, you've got the Lings committed to the front line and to chasing the shades around, so 11's looks like he's gonna go across the map, or he's gonna at least do a little bit of a move out here with some Lings. Link speed only starting a few seconds ago, so that's quite a while away, but yeah, Roy gonna head on home with what's left of his attacking army, the 3 adepts and a zealot, so looks like this game's gonna stabilize for a bit. Yeah, there's a prison on the way there with 2 stalkers, so 11 does look like he's gonna commit in here for some of these adepts, and enough links to cause a bit of trouble there. Now there's just a little bit too much in the wall for the links to do anything, but they do see this warp prism moving out, so yeah, I mean these links, they do have tabs on this wall prism, and yeah, this army of Roy is going to catch a few links for free in the front, in the middle of the map. So Roy up 20 army, 20 supply at the moment, most of that in army, and looks like he's just going to move across the map. Wall prism to reinforce, so there's 5 more zealots on the way. No charge, no +1, and there's Immortal building behind us, but I think this push from Roy is just going to be a little bit too powerful.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
I mean, a few roaches are starting to pop here, and there will be a bit of defender's advantage, but yeah, this Immortal's now made it across the map, and I think this is where the Protoss can just start to snowball the DPS. Yeah, now the 5 zealots get warped in here, and I think this is just the point where
yeah, the base going down. That was to be expected, but
I mean, the Broodlings do quite a bit of DPS, but yeah, GG
yeah,
is the right call there. And looks like
that's a victory for Roy there.
yeah, Roy's going to be our first or he's going to be the champion of this week's contender number 12. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't say it's
Well, GG.
yeah, too surprising.
11 will, or is second. I'm not sure how the third place match has played out. As always, there is also a third place match, but no results yet. Also, as always, if you haven't already, go to the link in the chat. And please claim code on Match Arena. Where you can contribute for to the prize pool for free, rather. And yeah, how that helps us run tournaments. And goes directly to the players. With that, I'd say thank you for watching.
Yeah, from my side. Thanks for joining me, GX. Much appreciated. Thanks to
As
everyone who
always, a
tuned in.
pleasure. Make sure to tune in next week on Saturday for the 34th edition of the CSO Cup. I don't think there's a stream next Sunday or a tournament. I'm not exactly. Might be Metal League Madness.
Yeah, it might be.
Actually, next week there's Metal League Madness. I'm not sure at which time that it will be, because Europe is switching, or Germany is switching time zones. I think the rest of Europe does so as well. Time zones are very confusing.
Yeah.
And with our admins obviously being based in South Africa, who are not switching time zones, it's very confusing. Make sure to just keep an eye on the events channels on the Discord. If you're not on there, I'd suggest you join. Metal League Madness being our Metal League tournament. So maybe a little bit of Diamond 3, but mostly Bronze, Silver, Gold, and Plat. And the cup on Saturday, normal time 6 p.m. Open to everyone. Anything I forgot?
No, not that I can think of.
Well then.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks again.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.